Hello and welcome to energizing and dynamic yoga flow. You can begin by getting into a comfortable seated position on the middle of your mat, either in an easy pose or maybe you want to sit on your knees. Whatever you choose, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, placing the palms of your hands onto your knee to ground or facing up to receive energy. And just begin tuning into your breathing here, closing down your eyes, turning your gaze within. Arriving into this moment. Taking the deepest breath you've taken so far today. Inhaling deep into your abdomen, rib cage, chest, and exhaling out, chest, rib cage, abdomen, drawing your navel towards your spine. Then bringing your palms to touch in front of your heart. Take a moment to feel gratitude for this moment, for this practice, for this life. Let that gratitude fill your heart up. Maybe set an intention with your practice today. Breathing that intention into your heart space. And then exhaling it out into the universe. Releasing your hands back down onto your lap. Just sitting here in stillness. And bringing your hands towards the mat and finding your way to an all-fours position. Inhaling, opening your chest for cow, and exhaling, gazing towards your navel for cat. Inhaling to open the chest and exhale to contract the spine. You can move at your own pace, letting your breath guide you. Inhaling to open the chest, arching the back, and exhaling to contract the spine. Inhaling to open and exhaling to contract. And beginning to draw some circles with your entire torso, all the way from your hips to your shoulders, maybe moving your hips all the way back towards your heels. Just moving intuitively, closing down your eyes. And bringing your knees slightly further back onto your mat. And beginning to walk your hands forward. We're coming into our puppy pose. So we want to have our feet in line with our knees. Untuck our toes. Knees about hip distance apart. Try to have your hips directly over the knees. Keep your navel active, drawing towards the spine. Arms are stretched and inner elbows turned facing each other. Your armpits are stretched down to the ground. Just feeling this opening, you can bring your chin towards the mat or forehead towards the mat or onto a block if you have one. Then beginning to walk your hands back up onto an all-fours position. Inhaling your right hand up towards the sky and exhaling to slide your right arm underneath your left with your right palm facing up. And if you like, you can bring your left hand straight in front of you or behind your back, or grab a hold of your inner right thigh, coming into a bind. So try to soften and relax your lower back here, allowing all of the tension in your shoulders, arms and neck to drain away. Then pressing your left palm back into the ground, extending your right arm up again, just giving it a shake to release. Then inhaling your left arm up towards the sky and exhaling to slide your left arm underneath your right. Resting your left ear and cheek on the mat, you can gaze towards your right. Find your variation with the right arm. Maybe the right hand comes onto the left inner thigh, or you extend it in front of you. Letting your upper back broaden. Melting that left shoulder into the ground beneath you. Then placing your right hand into the ground and push yourself up, extending the left arm out. Give it a bit of a shake to release. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips up towards your downward facing dog. Pedal it out, bending into one knee at a time. And then bend into your knees and then extend your legs. So you're flowing between bending the knees and extending the legs. Then inhale your right leg up towards the sky and exhale to place your right foot between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Then walk your foot slightly closer to the body so that your right knee is above your ankle, and then use your hands to press into the right knee and push the right knee away from your upper body. This will increase the stretch on your left hip flexor. Making sure that your hips are squared to the front. Breathing through these sensations. And placing your hands back towards the ground and extending your right leg into a three-legged dog. And bringing your right knee towards your left elbow and extending your right leg out towards the side. Coming into your fallen triangle. Left arm lifts towards the sky. Keep your neck long and neutral. Engage your glutes. Then stepping back to your three-legged dog, right foot towards the sky. Open the hips towards the side of your mat. Bend your right knee towards the ceiling. Right foot towards the glutes. Then lowering your right knee down and right foot down towards the ground. Engage your glutes and come into your wild thing. Lifting your hips high and bend to come down and inhale to come all the way up again. Exhaling down and inhale back into your wild thing. Inhale up and exhale to come back into your downward facing dog, pedaling it out. Then inhaling your left leg up towards the sky and exhale to place your left foot between your hands. Inhale to come up into your low lunge variation, making sure that your left knee is above your left ankle. Placing your hands onto your left knee and pushing your knee away from your body. Feeling the stretch on your right side. Don't forget to breathe here. Placing your hands back towards the ground. Inhaling your left leg up towards the sky again. And exhaling to bring your left knee towards your right elbow. And extending your left leg out towards the side. Coming into your fallen triangle. Right hand towards the sky. Chest opens up. pressing firmly into your left hand, and then stepping back into your three-legged dog, left foot towards the sky. Inhale, and then exhale to bend your left knee, left foot towards the glutes. Opening up the hips, and then falling over towards the side, finding your wild thing. Engaging your glutes, lifting your hips high, then coming down and exhaling to come back up. Flowing into your wild thing, extending your right leg. One more time up. And then placing your left palm back into the ground, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Take it for a walk, do what you want to do. Then lower your knees towards the ground. Gonna get ready for our frog pose. So bringing your knees wide apart, making sure that your knees are in a horizontal line with the hips and the inside of the soles of the floor and the feet pointing outwards. Ankles beneath your knees, forearms parallel to each other, or you might want to come onto your hands or blocks. And with the help of gravity, releasing the hips towards the mat. The spine is neutral, core is engaged. Connecting to your breath here. And then begin walking your hands back towards your body, bringing your knees back together, and then finding your way over towards a child's pose. Just pausing here for a few moments to integrate the intense posture we just did, coming back to our deep breathing. And then coming back onto all fours and lowering yourself down, preparing for cobra. Using your palms to push yourself up into a cobra, engaging your core, tailbone is tucked, and then lower yourself down. Inhale once again to come all the way up, and exhale to release down. One more time, inhale all the way up, maybe lengthening your arms completely, and then exhaling to come down. From here we're going to transition into our bow. So reach your arm behind to grasp your ankles. Knees are in line with your hips. Inhale to lift yourself up, shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades drawing together, and then exhale to lower yourself down. We're going to go again. Inhaling to lift yourself up, heart forward, gaze forward, core is activated, and exhale to lower down. Maybe releasing your hips and legs from side to side, and then placing your left cheek into the floor in front of you, maybe resting it onto your hands as a pillow, and just integrate that chest opener. Changing sides, bringing your right cheek towards the floor. Beginning to lift your head up, placing your hands underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes and stepping back into your downward facing dog. Take it for a walk. And then begin rolling forward vertebrae by vertebrae on your inhale and exhale back into your downward facing dog. Inhaling to roll forward into a high plank and exhale back into your downward facing dog. One more time, inhaling forward to plank and exhaling back into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, begin walking your feet towards your hands, coming into a forward fold, interlacing your fingers behind your back and bringing your hands forward beyond your head towards the front of the room, bending into your knees as much as you need, releasing the entire upper body, then rolling up, halfway lift your spine straight and fall back down, letting your hands touch the floor, maybe swaying from side to side. And placing your right hand into the ground and extending your left towards the sky whilst bending into your right knee. Bending into your left knee, right hand towards the sky, and alternate between these. One more time on each side. Right knee bends, left hand towards the sky, left knee bends, right hand towards the sky. Then bringing your feet about mat width apart, toes turned out around 45 degrees, and lower your hips down towards the ground, coming into your Malasana. Shoulder blades drawing back and down to open the chest, tailbone rooting down. And then placing your hands behind you, beginning to roll yourself down towards the ground using your core. Then bring your right foot towards your left knee, coming into your figure four stretch. Shoulders are rolled back and down away from your ears to broaden your chest. Clasping your hands to the back of the knee or your back of your left hamstring. And then beginning to tilt your right knee towards the left side, extending your right hand towards the right side and gazing over your right shoulder. Breathing deeply. And slowly begin bringing your right knee back towards the center, windshield wiping your knees from side to side. And then placing your left ankle onto your right knee, bringing your hands towards the back of your right leg, and gently bringing your right leg towards your chest. Try to keep your tailbone rooting down towards the earth and keeping the entire length of the spine flat against your mat. From here, begin tilting your hips slightly to the left and your left knee comes on towards your right side, extending your left arm out towards your left and gazing over your left shoulder. Tuning in to those deep belly breaths here, imagining the air filling your belly like a balloon, calming you down. And then beginning to bring your left knee back towards center. Windshield wipe your knees a couple of times if that feels good. And then bringing your feet towards the sky, tailbone towards the ground, coming into your happy baby. Gripping the outer edges of your feet with your hands, stacking your ankles directly over your knees, pulling your knees towards your armpits, and then transitioning down to a reclined bound angle pose. Soles of your feet together, letting your knees drop open to both sides. Navel is active, drawing up and in towards the spine. You can place one hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart. And just anchoring down into the earth here. Slowing down the breath. And then in your own time, extending your legs, opening your feet towards the sides like a book, taking up space, palms facing up, beginning to relax your entire body into your Shavasana. Absorbing all the benefits of this yoga practice, letting go, surrendering to this juicy present moment, letting your consciousness drift away into deep rest. If you wish to come out of the Shavasana with me, you can begin inviting some movement into your fingers and your toes. Maybe bringing your hands above your head, coming into a full body stretch. Maybe bringing your knees towards your chest, coming into a little ball, gently rocking from side to side. And then letting your knees find one side, coming into a fetal position. Resting here for a few moments before you rise back up and continue your day. Thank you for practicing with me.